97% of children aged 11 through 17 use their cell phones during school hours. What do we think about that? Education specialist Erika Donalds with me. Erika, is there something wrong with that? Should it be phones or no phones in schools? Where do you stand on this?
Well, phones should definitely be prohibited in schools. Stuart, we have got to get serious about returning academic rigor and merit and academic proficiency to our schools. We just saw that in 40% of Baltimore schools, zero students were able to pass the math proficiency exam. The same number in New York is 38%. We see multiple schools in Minnesota, up to 70 schools that have 0% proficiency. These cell phones are a distraction. They are not helping our students learn. And after COVID, with the learning loss that we've seen, we absolutely need to get back to a scholarly learning environment, eliminate these distractions. They do nothing but cause drama and bullying. And we've seen schools that eliminate them, like our schools in Florida, who see much less drama and much less distraction in their classrooms.
Wow, a blunt answer. Very good. Thanks very much for being with us. Well, I've got one more question. Okay. The Education Department wants colleges to increase their diversity efforts. Those efforts would include boosting scholarships, for example, and outreach to minority communities. Where do you stand on this? Should we be actively recruiting diversity?
What we need to get back to is merit in education. We have to focus our students on merit. I am traveling the country with the Leadership Institute, talking to parents, and they want to see rigor and honesty back in our academic standards. You know, California and Florida eliminated race-based admissions back in the 90s, and both have seen equal minority enrollment in our education institutions. In fact, in Florida, we saw an increase in minority enrollment. In California, although some were entered into less prestigious institutions, those actually aligned with their academic performance in high school. We've got to get back to merit-based admissions and hiring, for that matter. But most of all, parents want honesty about how their children are doing in school and where they should attend college.
Okay. Excellent answers on both questions. You take, I'm not going to say an extreme view, but you take a very strong view on both of those issues. That's you, isn't it?
That is me. I stand where I stand. You know, we all have to be, high academic standards has to be the priority in America, or we are never going to be able to compete with the rest of the world. Parents want this. That is what they are telling us across the nation in poll after poll. And they're trying to get out of the failing schools that we just talked about, Stuart. And that's why school choice is so important across the nation.
Erika, it's always a pleasure having you on the show. Give my best regards to your husband, Congressman Donalds, and we will see you again real soon. Thanks a lot, ma'am.
Thanks so much for having me.